Hey, we're here.
Hello again.
Happy Saturday, everyone.
Cheers, y'all. Welcome to our virtual bar.
Yeah, what are we calling this? Virtual bar?
I don't know. This is your channel. You think of something.
Yeah, virtual bar. Go with that. Happy Saturday.
Cheers, y'all. Cheers, handsome man.
I know what you're drinking there.
What are you drinking?
Same thing you're drinking.
Oh, all right then.
Russell's. Russell's 10 year.
Russell's 10 year.
Real simple. We're keeping it simple tonight. Might as well.
Yeah, it's a laid back kind of Saturday night, rainy.
Yeah, we got a couple people already joined the chat.
We do indeed. I think I saw Mad Kiwi in there.
Mad Kiwi. We got Gana. We have Whiskey Woman 5. Awesome to see you guys. We got Wes in the house.
Well, y'all, thanks for being here.
Yeah, we're just going to hang out here, talk some whiskey, talk probably sex. We end up talking about sex all the time.
So, it's your channel. Yeah. I mean, this is his show. It's his channel. Anything goes.
And there's going to be a whole bunch of guests that we're bringing up here today as well. And we have one waiting in the basement. Want to bring them on up?
Yeah, bring them out of the basement.
That's awesome. We have our good friend Matt from Whiskey Crusaders on here
with us. Hey, Matt.
What's happening? Hey, happy Saturday, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a nice day. So we got that going for us.
Yeah, now you're down in Texas.
Correct.
And what part of Texas? You have to remind me.
Near Fort Worth.
Oh, by Fort Worth. Okay, you're right outside the cities then. How crazy has it been?
Really, really crazy. Like, my kids have been to school in about 3 weeks. I've been working at home. My wife's working at the hospital. It's been insane. So it's been really fun, let me tell you.
Yeah, crazy times right now.
Yeah, we were talking for a couple of seconds before we started this, and his wife working at the hospital and all. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
That's intense.
It's horrible.
Jesus.
To say the least. So yeah, since they got the first coronavirus patient in DFW that passed away, was at her hospital. So super lucky her.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Yeah. Well, our thoughts are with her. I mean, she's doing an amazing thing by being out there and putting herself right on the front lines. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but God. Well, hopefully she drinks as much bourbon as you do, and that'll just knock it right out of her system.
She needs to. Someday she comes home, it's time to drink. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Whiskey is the ultimate cleanser.
Exactly.
What do you got in your glass tonight?
I poured the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C918.
Oh, very nice. Good choice.
Boy, totally showing us up. We went like really low end today.
What? It's Russell's 10. It's not.
That's not a bad
one.
Will.
It's decent. It's a good middle of the road bourbon.
Yeah,
I like to call
easily accessible, tasty. Gets the job done.
And when I pull it off the shelf at our liquor store, I don't have to reach too far down. It's just right there in the front.
Exactly.
So.
Right. Won't break a hip.
Oh, exactly. So what have you been doing on the channel lately?
Well, I guess we did Barrel Proof Night Monday. We got Barrel Proof Night round 2 on this coming Monday as well. And we got some Johnny Walker stuff coming out. We did a bunch of Irish because obviously, March for St. Patty's Day. So did a bunch of good Irish. So that's pretty much what we've been doing lately. And do some distillery tours. Of course, all that stuff's canceled right now, unfortunately. We're supposed to do some more tours, and they're like, yeah, you can't come. I'm like, this blows.
So, that's awful. Did you guys have plans to go down to the Bourbon Trail?
At some point in time, yeah, we will hopefully. But now, we're supposed to go to TX, which is near us, and meet with their guys, and we're trying to set up an event for our club, and they're like, yeah, we can't do anything right now. I'm like, okay, well, obviously, no one can. So, hell, they're all making hand sanitizer now. They're not even making whiskey.
Oh, exactly.
Well, yeah, you just got to throw in and make things happen the best you can.
Yeah, that's all you can do. So it is what it is. So we'll try to have some of especially the craft guys on the show for sure, just to help them out. People don't forget them because God knows how long they'll be penned up in their houses with. And they're going to need as much whiskey as possible to get through this crap.
It's true. Yeah, we all do.
It's amazing how many guests that we're able to get now on both the podcast and also for the YouTube channel, because people are like, yeah, I'll Skype in. I'm not doing shit.
It's both ways, actually. I don't think I told you this. I was actually corresponding with Rich Coase, Svengoolie.
Yeah.
And we've got a standing commitment if he wants to be on the show. And I thought, well, hey, I'll reach out to him and see what he says. Unfortunately, he's like, I got nothing to talk about right now. He's like, just give me a couple of weeks. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to tell you about.
They have nothing to promote.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll wait,
Yeah.
Hey, we got someone else in the basement here. You want to bring him up?
Well, all right. More the merrier.
It's who we like to call the Ari Shafir of whiskey, right? So
we call him that?
That's what I do. I totally do. All the time. We have our good friend Swami. What's happening, buddy?
Hey, Swam.
How you doing? How you doing, Juliet? How you doing, Mr. Producer? And how you doing,
Matt?
Hey, Swami, how's it going?
Whiskey Crusaders, Matt? How you doing?
What the hell did you do? Did you shave?
No, I fell off from the fear of Corona. I've got alopecia. Or is it alopecia? I can't remember.
Alopecia, yes.
Oh, man. How's everybody?
Good, man. Good. Happy Saturday. Glad we can get together virtually here for a couple cocktails.
Thanks for joining us. The gang's all here in the chat.
Oh, my God. Did your wife make that for you? Jesus.
No, I didn't. It's a gin and tonic with grapefruit in there.
They were.
I thought it was pink. I was wondering what you were drinking.
Grapefruit. It's vitamin C.
I've been trying to force feed him vitamin C like you wouldn't believe, and he reacts as if I'm shoving his face full of live scorpions or something.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I'm not I don't like fruit.
I know. I had to hide it in his food and drinks.
that V-neck tells me you like fruit a lot, my friend.
Flaunting what I got, and it ain't much, brother.
That is plunging as hell, man.
Yeah, I know. Actually,
man.
the funny thing is, I was actually going to change this shirt because see all the buttons on the left-hand side here. The reason why it's open.
Even, close you up.
No, because the buttons broke off. That's how hobo I am today.
Wow.
You're missing a gold chain, my friend. You could be my agent.
I know.
I can't do anything with you right now.
He's the Ari Shafir. I'm the Ari Gold of the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I love that video you put up, man. That made my day yesterday. That was like watching Oliver Stone sing or something. It was hilarious.
Oh, the singing video on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. That's how.
This is what you do when I'm not around.
That's how stir crazy we're going in the house. We're like, well, what do you want to do? I don't know. You want to make a stupid video? Of course we do.
Here's how stir crazy I was yesterday. I started making brownies without any milk chocolate.
That's right.
I made them with dates and cocoa powder.
And it actually tasted good.
Yeah, they were actually really good. But still.
I thought you guys were dropping acid and then having a good time.
No, that comes later. I'm holding that as a reserve. That's a backup plan.
Yeah, my kids are like, can we please go in the car around the neighborhood? I've been in the car in 2 weeks. Please take me in the car. I'm like, you can't go anywhere, kid. They're like, come on, let's drive around the neighborhood. It'll be fine. Let's go in the car.
Right.
We took a walk around the block today. It felt wrong somehow.
It was like Armageddon.
Yeah.
There was nobody, all this garbage blowing through the street. We're
I know. Mutant squirrels running around, a couple of coyotes.
It's weird. There's nothing out there. It's like there's nobody going. It's bizarre. It's like an apocalyptic movie.
Very odd. I know. It's like every movie I've ever seen. It's a little freaky.
Yeah. I'm afraid on Netflix they have those different virus movies.
I know.
You
I don't want to watch
Contagion
right now. Give me something a little more uplifting than that.
You're not watching the gay dude race the tigers like everybody else.
Dude, we totally binged that.
We binged it last night, and Tiger King is
what a
awesome.
shit show! Oh my god. Awesome. It just kept getting deeper and deeper, like the insanity. I was blown away.
It was the best.
The polygamy wedding was the best of all.
Oh my god! And then when they were talking about the meth, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it makes your teeth fall out," and then the guy smiles, and you see
and you see one tooth
in there.
One tooth, and it's been open in bottles the last 6 months. It's not good.
We have a whole bunch of new people joining us.
Oh, we do. We have a whole
we
bunch of new people. Say hi to Steve A. Hey, Steve. Thanks for joining us. We got Echoplex Media. We got Dave in the house.
Dave's here. Excellent.
Great to see Dave.
Pusha Studios is here.
Pusha's here. We got awesome for them to come out.
That's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
It's great to see you guys.
And J Real Slots.
Oh, nice.
J Real, we hung out with. He's got a great slot channel. And we hung out with him at a casino here. He lives here in Chicago, where we're at. And oh my God, we lost so badly.
That was not our best gambling night.
No,
it wasn't.
We sucked. And of course we have Ghana here, and we have Farm All Fanatic.
Well, all right.
Thanks
Cheers,
for joining
y'all.
us.
Thanks for being here.
Whiskey Woman, we got Wes, we got a whole bunch of people. So thanks for hanging out with us. We're just here having cocktails. One is a little bit more feminine than the other three.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm saying.
If you do it with the man tits, it works out.
So what have you been doing lately on your channel, Swami?
I've been so fucking lazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't done shit. It's weird. I've been locked down. Normally when I'm working, I'm producing, but being locked down, I gotta tell you, my wrists look beautiful. The rest of my body is going to shame.
You look like Popeye.
I got great forearms right now. That's all. No, but I'm just riding my motorcycle around like the land of the dead right now because it's amazing. Especially when you're a biker, you love that there's no cars around because you have no fear anymore. And I'm just having a great time bombing down the highway, doing like 140. No police officers, no one's in sight, and that's all I've been doing pretty much to keep busy and hanging out with the wife. I just learned I had one last week because when sports went off the air, it was like, oh my God, there's someone sitting on the couch. How you doing?
and this one you didn't pay.
I know. I'm like, what's your name again?
Yeah, that's been the weird thing about this whole kind of time right now is that, she's been, working from home every day. I've been working from home every day. I usually travel a lot. So us being together for the last 2 weeks has been like crazy.
I know it's been weird not being on shoots lately. Like, because I work in commercials, I do acting and stupid stuff like that. And just not having any set to go to is freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've been getting a lot of writing done, so cheers to that.
I know. Well, unfortunately, all the writing I'm doing is for the, it's not for the podcast, but it's for the serial.
Right.
So,
yeah, something.
You can only do so much.
Got to be so productive,
I'm really, really excited to see your TV show that's going to be produced soon. That's I'm going to check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only committed to be a pilot, so there's no commitment beyond a pilot. And who knows if that pilot will even see the light of day? We don't know yet.
Well, I'll tell you.
She could be like Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction in 10 years from now, talking about Fox Sports 5. But
yes, exactly. I can have my one joke.
Yeah.
By then it'll be a $25 shake, though. But
and Emma Stone is going to play me.
Wow. Really?
What? Why can't Emma Stone play me?
I don't think they're going to have the budget for that. I'm just saying.
Maybe she'll. I don't know. A girl could dream.
Buddy Hackett's going to play me. Oh, no, he's dead. That's right.
And they'll wheel his corpse out.
Uh-huh.
Button his shirt a little bit. He'll be fine.
Right.
Rob Lowe will play you. He'll do any TV movie they throw at him. So.
I'll loan him this shirt as a matter of fact.
Yeah, shoot off buttons and everything.
Shoot off buttons and
you write that in the contract. Must wear a plunging V.
That's right. Heavy on the plunge.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Wendell live. Just joined us.
Oh, hey, Wendell live. How's it going?
Lala Lydia's live. See her?
Excellent.
Boosh is still hanging out. Very cool. Very cool. Well, cheers. Hopefully everyone at home in their own virtual bars are pouring themselves something.
Well, you're never drinking alone when you've got us sitting here.
Well,
I wanted to say congratulations to you, by the way, Matt, for hitting 1,000 subs.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Well done.
You hit the 1,000 subs this week?
We just did about a week ago.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
good for you. That's fantastic. Did you do anything to celebrate?
Not yet, because we figure wait till we get monetized so we can get super chats and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So it's in progress, waiting for YouTube to monetize us. So
nice.
But yeah, once we hit that, then we'll do 1,000 subscriber celebration live stream. I'm sure at that point. So that'll be fun.
That's a big hit, man. That's very cool to be able to hit 1,000 subs.
It's nice having these milestones, you know, just having like little goals, to know that you've got another step to go. And when you get there, then you've got another one. That's how I'm able to work better and more efficiently is just seeing little mile markers.
It's not about the monetization. It's not necessarily about the financial aspect of it, even though I totally get why people are excited about that. Yeah. It's just the accomplishment that you actually hit it. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 1,000 people supposedly give a shit what you say.
Right.
Amen. Exactly.
It shocks the hell out of me that my channel, which by the way, I have no content except for this stuff that we're doing here, which by the way, it's not that I don't consider this content, but this is the second week that we've just done this virtual bar thing.
Right.
And before that, I just had literally one video on there. And it shocks me that I have like almost 600 subscribers. People must really be bored to subscribe to me. Bored as all hell. When we first started talking about doing this, I'm like, hey, do you want to do this on your channel? She goes, nah, how about you do it on yours?
Well, I mean, I have a very specific format for Bourbon Soak Live. This is a little less
formal.
Formal.
Oh God, there's no formality.
I like being able to sit here and drink and let you do your thing.
Exactly.
Matt, you just sorry, Dave, you just need to stop wearing pants and you're cool. You'll hit 1,000.
Who says I'm wearing it right now?
There's an option.
Oh, I should get some shorty shorts. That's what I should do.
Like, you want to borrow mine?
Oh, I don't want Daisy Dukes because that'll send a whole different kind of message.
Come on, Tiger King.
I was actually last week when you had me on, I was this close to coming on with the sweater and no pants on and knee-high socks. I just like this close.
You know what?
That's my favorite look.
It would have been a mic drop moment. Would have loved it.
I would have killed every boner in the world in 1 minute.
I think you just broke Matt.
Think about it, Matt. Just picture that in your head. Me,
Horrifying.
socks, no pants. There you go.
That's how I'm
You're never having sex again.
Heart rate already doesn't close enough. We're good.
Yeah. Hey, we got some other people in the chat.
I see Charles Ashworth is here. It's good to see you here on our crazy little.
Yeah. And
David
Billy
producer
Dees, one of our good friends in the podcast community.
Oh, Billy Dees is here.
Yeah.
Hey, it's good
Cheers
to see
to you.
you. Just doing a wild bar night here.
Exactly. And it's cool to see podcasters and YouTube creators kind of come together and stuff like this.
Definitely.
It's very cool and fun. It is kind of like a weird mashup of two different worlds, though.
Two entirely different formats, but we all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah. Everybody in both groups are petty.
It's the
We're all
world of
assholes.
introvert colliding.
Oh, yeah. All the shit talk behind the scenes. Oh. You see what that channel did? You see what that podcaster
Every
said?
single Slack chat and Discord chat is just full of it.
Yeah. Speaking of Discords, our good friend Dave from Echoplex, who is out there in the chat, he is going to help me. And I'm not ignoring you, Dave, by the way. I did see your message on YouTube. I'm sorry, DM on Facebook that he's going to help me set up a Discord server because I'm mildly retarded. So I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, we used
I
to have
didn't realize there was
problem solved.
Do you have one?
We use the Whiskcore, which is part of Whiskey Dick's channel. Rather than starting our own, because there's already 4 or 5 other whiskey ones, we just have our own like sub channel within that one. So yeah, so Steve A sets all of them up for pretty much everybody now. So they've got
cool.
Action Drums got one in there, and of course Bourbon Insane has one, and obviously Wine does, and so does Scotch for Dummies. So yeah, we're in all of them, but we have our own within that one. So.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. How does it work for you? I mean, is it working out pretty well?
Works great. We just go in there and just chat people up, and people are in there pretty much 24/7. There's always somebody in there talking about whiskey. They pretty much swaps, which is
That's
great.
cool. Well, I'll go out there and check that out. She doesn't like people, so I'll just
No, I'm not real
Yeah,
good at
what
that.
you do. Me and you, we agree.
Seems like a lot of work to have to go in there and talk all the time. I mean, isn't that what we're doing already?
Yep.
Boy, what you put in your time is what you're saying. Nice.
I work really
I did
fucking
the Discord-
hard.
I did the Discord for about 2 months when the Scotch for Dummies had it up, and we all did it together, and I got bored of that really fast and took off. But I still like the people in my show, but I don't like doing the Discord. So.
Scott is awesome, by the
He
way.
is.
Yeah.
I guess we're just gonna have to suck it up and.
I don't know Bart all that well. I mean, they were on
No, he's
your
a
live.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, he was on your channel. Yeah.
Sweetheart Bart.
Scott's a good man. He was on my channel on Friday. We've known each other for 6 years. We actually met in Kansas City last summer when I was doing my trip, and we got nice and drunk together. I don't know if you guys know who the Whiskey Scout is as well. He was there, and there was like we had like a little mini get together about
Mhm.
all of us in Kansas City. It was a good time.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Went to Whiskey Cakes, something like that. It was a good time.
Whiskey Cakes. Is that a bar?
Or
Yeah,
bakery.
it's in Kansas City. It's in the what are they called, Bricktown or something like that in Kansas City. It's like the hipster part of.
Oh, I
Kansas.
know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was good. Good time. We saw a drunk, naked meth head running through the parking lot, being chased by a bunch of like mall security guards. It was good
Yeah,
time.
that sounds like a good time. Whatever happened to him? Did he get caught? Did you
I don't
see?
know. I was so drunk, I just was laughing, curled over.
Are you sure it wasn't you?
Well, he said Kansas City and meth head. I just thought that those things just went together. No, am I crazy?
The capital of meth heads while I was on my trip had to be Joplin, Missouri. That I like literally looked like.
Really?
Everyone keeps on saying Walking Dead for this shit. What's happening now looks like Joplin when it's normal. But it's a bunch of like meth heads walking around like that was Joplin.
Oh my God.
Good to know.
Oh, so Dave in the chat just said that I was what was that? David, the producer, it just moved on me. Was Discord member of the year for 2018 on his side because he was doing an interview and I hopped on and I tore this guy apart and because he's a moron.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
remember that. It was some conspiracy theorist, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a conspiracy theory guy,
Yeah.
and I just kind of ripped on him a little bit. So yes, thank you for the moniker. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I always like getting awards for being an asshole. That's nice.
Sometimes they deserve it. You can't be helped. Someone has to do it.
I wish I could get an award for being an asshole. God,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
like all the awards.
We'd have to take all the books off the shelf and fill
love
it
it.
up with awards.
Wow.
Gold 2020, Julia.
Yeah.
All right.
We got the rant with Herman James. Herman James is
Well,
in the house.
hello, Herman
Yeah.
James.
Another
Thanks for
podcast
joining
friend of
us.
ours. Jeez. It's so weird, that cross-pollination.
You just got to get over that, love.
I know. It's like you step your foot in over here, you step your foot in over here. Then I always step my foot in something really stinky at some point.
I know.
I know.
And then you trail it behind you.
Right. Oh, God. This is good. Hey, do you want to get some more for us?
You've got plenty in your glass.
Huh? You sure about that?
I'd have to get up.
Yeah, you would have to get up.
I
All
will
right.
wait till your glass is dry, and then I will get up and I will get us more.
Well, I'm not going to swill it like a meth head from Kansas City. Hold on.
Savor it.
All right. Everyone's doing bourbon. I'll do some bourbon.
All right, what are you going to drink?
I'll drink Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Oh, so there you go.
Look at you, twinsies.
Look at that.
Well, semi-twinsies.
Semi-twinsies.
I finished mine. I moved on.
What'd you move on to?
To the barrel dovetail. You had this one ever?
I have,
have,
yeah. What are your thoughts on it?
I really like it since it's just got all those different funky finishes, the rum and the port and the Cabernet barrels. It really is weird and different in a good way.
There are some distilleries that are doing blended the right way.
I know barrel can do no wrong as far as I'm
Definitely.
concerned.
Yeah, I love it.
And there's others. Whew,
What was that?
there's others that are just not so good.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But who was Orphan? We're big fans of Orphan. We're not fans
They
of the
don't have
price.
anything out right now.
I know they don't have anything out right now, but yeah, they haven't done something in a while.
Mm-mm.
The Orphan Barrel I like was a 20-year-old way back in the like about 3 years ago. It had a name though. It's the Orphan
Was it
Barrel.
Rhetoric?
Rhetoric?
Metal, no, it wasn't the Rhetoric.
It
It
wasn't
looked like
Rhetoric?
Jesus, like on a cross on the front of it.
You're talking about Barterhouse.
Yeah,
Barterhouse.
Barterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's really good. I like that one a
That
lot.
was excellent.
Yeah.
Barterhouse was great. We like 2 out of the 3 Rhetorics that we had.
Well, the
Which
final
years?
one was not good.
Right, the 25 year? Yeah.
Yeah, 25
Yeah,
was
2
lame.
Not for me.
But
Mhm.
although I really enjoyed their forged oak because I like
Mhm.
a
That
really potent oak flavor.
You like the oak bomb
I
stuff.
do. I really like sucking on a wood slat.
Yeah.
That's my thing. But,
Oh, God. Such a double entendre going on in my head.
Yeah, I know.
well, no, I like. Remember, I used to popsicle sticks. I used to chew on popsicle sticks as a kid. Like fuck the popsicle, I wanted the stick.
You chew on pencils.
I
Yeah,
do.
I know.
I chew on pencils. So
I know.
like the woodier the better as far as I go.
Yeah. She's got that oral fixation.
Yeah, I'm trying to behave here, Juliet.
Yeah, that benefits you, doesn't it?
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you better not.
Daddy, don't bitch.
That's right, mister.
Dave has no lead left in his pencil anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's lead. There's lead.
It's more like tinfoil. No.
Aluminum.
Aluminum.
Aluminium.
Yeah. Okay, so now we talked about Tiger King. Or Tiger King? That's it, right? Did I get that
King.
right? Yeah, Tiger King earlier. Have you both seen it?
I haven't seen it. We were watching that Nazi Hunter show with Al Pacino. We finished that last night.
Dude, that's good. That
was good. It was really twisted and messed up, but good.
It's good. I don't want to give anything away. Were you happy with the last episode, Matt?
It was completely a shocker. Not what I expected at all, which sets it up, of course, for season 2. But that was interesting. I liked it. It was a good twist, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else because it is a big twist, so everyone needs to watch it.
Is that the thing he's doing on Amazon Prime, or is it a movie? Okay. Yeah. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
It's nicely done. I watched The Hunt. I've been watching everything you shouldn't be watching. I watched The Crazies.
Okay, so let me ask you about The Hunt. Okay, I haven't seen it yet, but going off the trailers, to me personally, it looks like a ripoff of The Furies and Hostel and The Purge.
No, because The Furies and The Hostel and The Purge are not really comedic. This one is fucking comedy gold, and it's a lot.
Okay, well, that's going to make me angry.
No, but they put a lot of it's gory though. It's fucking gory, and the lead, you're gonna fall in love with her. Like I loved her, and it was all politics. All right, it was like totally a movie about politics, about the right and the left and shit like that. And it was done in a way not to insult either side. Like both sides look shitty and stupid at the end of it, you know. But
so is it funny like Tucker and Dale or funny like Scream?
I would say it's its own new thing. It's like really original in its comedic way that they did it. It's just really well done. I thought it was Jordan Peele that wrote it because I thought like this has to be the way he does his horror movies. It reminds me of the way that Jordan Peele does his, but it wasn't him that did it. But they did a magnificent job doing it, and it had a lot of comedic actors in it. I remember that from the trailers.
Right.
So I mean, I'll see it eventually. I'm not willing to shell out $20 for it.
You can get a stolen copy online right now.
I figured I could. I just haven't put in the effort for it.
Yeah.
I've got a box at my house that a friend set up where I watch a bunch of illegal shit that's not supposed to be watched right away. So I saw it about like a month ago. It was really cool.
We know of a couple of websites that every so often we peruse. Then we go, is this any good? Okay, hold on. Malware.
Yeah,
it's brutal. Yeah. Hey, we have Lucas in the chat here. We got Jessica Circland.
Oh my gosh, Jessica!
We haven't seen Jessica in a long time.
Forever. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, hockey mom. I like to call her.
Well, badass hockey mom.
Total badass hockey mom. Badass hockey mom that likes to smoke weed. What else more can you say?
I'm not supposed to say things like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I know it's
legal now here in Illinois. Doesn't matter. And we don't even like to smoke weed. That's the odd thing. Well, we've done it a couple times.
I don't like today's weed. I like 80s weed.
We had to pick out seeds and
I don't know
what the flag in the bag.
Right.
Did I sell you a bag of oregano back in the day, Julia?
What was that?
Did I sell you a bag of oregano back in the day?
Skunk weed.
Yeah, I like skunk weed. I do. It just feels more natural to me. I don't know what the fuck they're treating today's shit with, but like you can't even take a hit without feeling like you're gonna have a heart attack.
It's like Frankenweed.
It is. It's insane.
I love the creeper shit, man. You're sitting there all fine. And
I can't do it.
I like to know where my night's going. That's why I'll just hang out with bourbon. You know, I know exactly how much I can drink, how long I should drink it, and then when I'm done, I know I'm done.
That's why I don't drink tequila, because tequila's a creeper on me. Like I'll be fine, and then out of nowhere, boom, I turn into a maniac.
Oh yeah,
I turn into like a raging asshole maniac on tequila.
You're not an asshole.
I get loud and belligerent.
Well, that you do.
I do.
again, I'm a bartender. I've done every drug that there possibly is, so I'm used to it.
All right, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of bartenders, didn't we read something? I sent you a link. What was that all about? I'm trying to remember the details.
I don't have total recall on that.
You have no recall?
I don't.
Yeah, remember that foundation that we were
The
pumping last week?
Yes, sir.
United States Bartenders Guild.
Yeah, United States Bartenders Guild. They're now, they put together within like a week's time of getting all those funds, the ability for bartenders to actually mix people's cocktails at home with a home service. How cool is that? I
Pretty
think
awesome.
that's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's like, Uber for bartenders in a way.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, that's one thing about this coronavirus that showed that people really appreciate the restaurant industry people, including the bartenders and stuff. And as I told you, we had the same thing that we did in Montreal, and we raised within a week over $30,000. And I was really proud of that for the bartenders.
30 grand.
That's
huge.
fantastic.
Yeah.
The next thing I think that needs to happen, because I know a lot of people are talking about the first line, the first responders and stuff, which is a nice thing. But everyone has to remember the first responders are paid really well. The people that are really on the front lines right now and are inundated, I would say would be the grocery store clerks would be the next on the list of people that need to get some sort of fund put together, because they're really the people that are like right there all the time with all the big crowds. Because where are we all going right now? We have nowhere to go other than drugstores and grocery stores.
Liquor stores.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God they considered in Illinois the liquor stores and it's what they're calling essential service.
Right.
I see Charles Ashworth is suggesting a tequila that I should try.
Oh, what is it?
Grand Patron Bordeaux Cask. That sounds intriguing.
Grand Patron Bordeaux Cask.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Tell me, so having it, I'm assuming it's double aged then. Does that give it like a red tint? Does it kind of make it a little bit more sweet? I'm intrigued.
I'm not very well versed in tequilas.
We did a tequila dinner and drink pairing at one of Rick Bayless's restaurants a while back.
Right. That was fantastic.
It was fantastic because they were pulling out stuff out of, the vault that we've never had before. And I love just the way that tequila pairs up with food. And I wish I would see more places when they can doing whiskey and food pairings like that.
But when you have 8 shots of tequila, I was seeing dead relatives by like 9 o'clock.
Do it as a shot. It's a sipper.
Yeah.
You sip with the,
No, you sip.
I would say you sip añejo. I wouldn't say you sip tequila. Tequila is a shooter to me. Añejo.
Oh, no.
And there were a few añejos in there. I can't remember.
Well,
how
there
many.
was everything. I mean, it wasn't just that. I mean, it was the full range of everything.
But Rick Bayless does Mexican food, and it's just a great pairing. Yeah. What are you looking up?
I took a lot of photos of the bottles, and I think I still have them.
Wow. Jeez.
A
lot of people take pictures of their kids on their phone.
I know.
Not her.
Yeah, it's all whiskey. It's all whiskey.
No,
it's all bottles.
Is my baby.
Yeah, but when I looked at my phone, she's like, "Why the hell is your phone all whiskey pictures?" I'm like, "That's all that's on there." That and my kid's karate class, and that's about it. There's nothing else exciting on there.
One karate picture, 27 bottles. One karate picture, 36 more bottles. Hey, cheers to that.
Hey, there's a little difference. Between 2 kids, it's fine.
Right. You're seeing your kids more than ever right now. They should be thrilled.
They're like, I don't want to see you anymore. Can you leave? Nope. Like, can I go to school? Please let me go to school. No, they're not.
I'm so happy I don't have children right now.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
I found out early on, I have 3 kids, and they're all older
kids.
They're not kids. They're adults.
They're adults.
Yeah. But when I had them early on, I was young when I had kids. I was 23 when I had my first daughter. And I found out that after a year and a half, you can't sell them anymore. I tried. No go.
Nobody wants them after 6 months. They're no longer cute. It's just
exactly. Yeah, you can't train them.
They lose value over time, like cars.
How much is the blue book of my daughter?
I'm gonna get you some more whiskey.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, are we going to talk about the dead horse in the room? No one's saying shit about Kenny Rogers.
Oh my God, we're huge fans of Kenny Rogers, and that's not a joke.
Oh, Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny dying was not. That was actually one of the guys that we were really, really close when we got Charlie Daniels on our podcast. We were really close to getting Kenny Rogers and actually Dolly Parton because they were doing this one thing, but Dolly couldn't do it, and Kenny didn't want to do it without Dolly because they were
so
promoting together this concert series or something they were doing
I
together.
don't remember what it was.
And
God,
that's one of our biggest regrets is not getting him before he passed.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were going
It's going to suck, though. I was a big Kenny Rogers fan, but still the memory that's going to stick in my head is Will Sasso doing Kenny Rogers on Mad TV, doing Kenny Rogers does Jackass or something like that. He smashed the Jack Daniels ball over his head. Like, let's get it over.
Will Sasso's great too. I loved him in that Three Stooges movie. And that movie was awful, but he was good in it.
I got Pussa Studios, who's from Montreal, asking where I'm from. I live in the plateau with the rest of the hipster douchebags. So,
yeah. And guys, say your channel, please. Promote while you guys are here.
Yeah, talk it up.
Yeah, I'm Matt from Whiskey Crusaders. We do reviews twice a week, do lives every Monday nights at 10 Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. So we're around a lot. We do Discord, Instagram, Facebook, all the fun stuff. So we're around a lot. Yeah,
and Matt, Sarah, and Will are, when you watch them do them, they're not your typical, how do you want to put it? You guys just don't take the same approach everyone else does. You take a much more relaxed approach, but you also talk a lot about both the science, the background of the bourbon or whiskey, and also kind of about the community around it, which I think is cool.
Yeah, because like our reviews are, fairly serious, and we talk about the nosing and tasting notes and your history of it, and then our live stream is just pretty much us bullshitting around talking about whatever topic we came up for the week. And you don't
take it too serious, and that's what I love.
Yeah, see, that's what I like.
It shouldn't be. It's supposed to be fun, entertaining. That's the whole point of it. It's all serious all the time. It's gonna be boring as shit. So
Exactly. And how about you, Swami?
I got
another promo.
It's been on YouTube forever. You don't know who I am or haven't watched it yet, well, you don't want to join. It's okay. You don't have to.
No, believe me.
Matt. Go check Matt out. He's a better.
You are the most colorful whiskey reviewer I can think of. Colorful, very colorful.
If you want to sub to a channel where I don't like you, come sub.
Swami is probably, well, there's two guys that I really love, and that's ADHD. He does some hysterically funny reviews, and Swami the same way, that they're both just really funny. But Swami, what you got to appreciate about him is that he's so honest about it, that if something sucks, oof, I feel sorry for that distillery.
Yeah.
He does not hold back.
But I love Matt. I love the community. The community's great, and I like being the misanthrope of the whiskey community and just kind of watching from the outside, kind of like a creepy guy in the bushes jerking off. So
that about sums it up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
Avert your eyes.
Yep. Unless you want to watch, I like eye contact. It makes it better.
Oh my God! No wonder you don't have kids.
They would have been taken away by now.
Yeah, they'll do that here in the States. I don't know what they do up there in Canada, but I'm sure that right now there's
rules too.
Yeah, there's somebody in Canada going, "Did you hear what he said?"
Well, I know we're on a watch list somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
I know my dad.
Well, you are. Yeah.
My dad definitely is.
Yeah, why is your dad on a watch list again?
For so many various reasons. He's a physicist, so he's worked in a lot of different government programs. And one of them, he actually developed one of the Clean Air Acts for Illinois back in the 70s. But beyond that, he's just a troublemaker.
Oh yeah,
with a lot of firearms.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be a Netflix special on that guy sometime.
And a lot of capacity to make things that explode. So.
I love your dad. Your dad is so awesome.
My dad is brilliant. Although when I lived with my family, he was constantly having the cops called on him. Like it was a regular thing on Saturday mornings to hear the cops pounding on the door because my dad was doing something in his laboratory that people didn't understand.
The first time that I met her dad, he brought me down into the basement into his lab, and he had I'm trying to think of the
Tesla
machine.
coil.
He has Tesla
builds
coils.
Tesla coils.
He built them from scratch.
Cool.
And totally cool. So he's like, hey, check this out. Turns the lights off, and all of a sudden, bzzz, and he's like, don't get too close. It'll fry you from the insides out. I'm like, he doesn't like me already.
My dad has burned all of the fingerprints off of his fingers using that thing. And it's really funny watching him try to use his phone because he's got the thumbprint ID on it. He's like, it can't read my finger.
That sounds wild.
Yeah.
He's a good man, though.
That's a good man, crazy man.
And he has an explosives license, too.
He has several.
Yes.
Class D, Class C.
I don't know what those mean.
And one other one.
One for fireworks.
Well, they're different kinds of explosives.
Right.
So, just my dad.
So, in other words, I'm going to have to stay married to her for the rest of our lives. Or else
Oh, my dad knows people. He'll have you killed.
my life will end up like the first part of Casino.
That's literally what my wife said when I started like dating her seriously. When I went to go meet her dad, and she goes, my dad knows people that'll have you killed if you do like anything wrong. I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
What am I getting?
There are dads. That's a good dad right there.
Yeah.
I truly believe that,
So my favorite thing about her dad is when I did an old school thing when I was gonna propose to her. I'm like, you know what? I should probably talk to her dad first. It's very old school. I'm like, he seems like that kind of guy that would appreciate it. So I took him out to lunch and I said, hey, listen, I was, I'd like to ask your daughter to marry me. And he says, take her. totally said that. Straight face, everything. Take her. I'm like, well, wait a minute. What did I not know?
Take her. He
He
was done. I was in my 30s.
office. He's been waiting for years, man. Appreciate it.
And he did make me pay for that lunch too. Now that I think about it,
He likes having people buy him things.
I
He
know.
figured it was your duty.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm like, does she have a dowry? Anything? Nothing.
No. Nothing. A whole bag full of crazy.
A bag full of crazy. Yeah.
See how lucky you are.
No one told me about the liquor bill though. Holy shit.
You're welcome.
That would have been nice to know. Hey, look, we got a couple more people in the chat. We got.
What is Jessica Circland saying? I can't read it from here.
Oh, Jessica says this is.
It's
this is John.
John.
It's not.
Oh, John.
He's using Jessica's. Okay. Got it. So it's John Circland, great guitar player friend of mine.
So you guys, you and John and a couple other guys, you did this show at Buddy Guy's.
Buddy Guys Club. Yeah.
Which was a blast.
We had so much fun. Ooh, that was so good. And Buddy Guy was, I don't know if you know Buddy Guy's the blues player, guys. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
No idea who that is.
I do.
Yeah, he was at the bar the second time we did that. Remember, he
That's
was
right.
he was eating
Yeah.
at the bar. Just it was odd. It was funny, but I love John.
It was a cool
Great
gig.
to see you,
John's
John.
awesome. It's great to see you, John.
Yeah, and Mike's here. Lottery of Life.
Well, hello, Mike.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. I see Herman the Great has also.
Herman the
joined us.
Great's here. I didn't see that. Okay. Cheers. So tonight, after this is all over, we're gonna watch the third season of Ozark. Have you guys tuned into that yet?
Haven't seen that yet.
Oh my God.
Well, one, Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman's fine,
I love
but he's
Jason
awesome
Bateman.
in this.
He's so good in this.
You
Well,
got to go back to
what is
season
it?
1 and 2.
I've never heard of it. Is it Netflix? What's no?
It is Netflix. Yeah, go back to season 1, season 2. You can't catch up with it in the middle of it.
There are similarities to Breaking Bad,
Yes,
just in
If you
the
like that.
concept,
Yeah.
kind of like Good Guy Breaks Bad.
right.
But he kind of fumbles his way through it. And it's in a really cool setting, the Ozarks. So it's just different enough to be really engaging.
Right. Guy from the city moves to a kind of a very rural area like the Ozarks, and what he runs into with all the locals is awesome.
So actually, I've been catching up on a lot of movies that I've been meaning to watch lately. And Swami, I want to ask you your opinion on A Quiet Place.
Meh.
Thank you. I fucking hated it.
Tell me how you really feel.
There were so many holes in that goddamn movie. I don't understand why it got such acclaim. I mean, yes, it was made well, but overall, I just felt like I saw everything coming, and the solution was so obvious that I was left out in the cold.
It's what we like to call ungood.
I'm a classic horror guy. I don't think digital effects have any place in horror movies. It's one of my pet peeves of today's horror movies. I'm just before I got on the show, I was watching Graveyard Shift for like the 15th time, and I'm like, that still is good shit, even though it's like probably like a 23 on Rotten Tomatoes or something. I just like old school corn syrup blood, ripping apart, tearing apart. I don't care if the monsters look a little mechanical. That's what I want. I want an old school slasher, or I want an old school monster movie, and I like blood and I like gory.
That's
I like
right there.
The movies that feel like they were made in somebody's home, and I don't mean that in an indie sort of way. I mean it in that way where you feel like you're involved in it,
you're immersed,
where you're immersed in it, and it just feels real. You know, and I feel like the HD and the digital effects really take me out of that.
CGI in a horror movie does not belong. I'm totally with you there.
Yeah.
And it's
not
not
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And CGI takes Texas Chainsaw Massacre as a classic. The original is great. I still think the Jessica Biel one's actually better than the original.
Enjoyed that one. I don't know if it's better, but I like it.
I think it had more of a fear factor to it than the original. The original was campy and fun. But
see, I don't think it has that camp feel that a lot of movies from the 70s do. It feels far more raw than.
I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the original 2, was better than the 1.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
I liked the one with Dennis Hopper. I thought the Dennis Hopper was fucking awesome. I don't know. And the radio station, you guys would have liked this podcast where she's like sitting in a radio station in Texas doing her thing, and then all of a sudden they just come up out of nowhere and just start killing everybody. There's like it's fun. At the beginning, you got two douchebags in a Corvette, or was it a Corvette or was it a Camaro? I can't remember. They were riding.
I don't remember. I just feel like it's too campy.
I like the second one better.
Camp and horror has a place, and we're big fans of Lloyd Kaufman. His stuff, the trauma stuff.
Well, if I'm going to watch camp, I'm going to watch camp, and I'll watch Poultrygeist. If I'm going to watch a gore movie, if I'm going to watch a real horror movie, then that's what I want. I don't want it mixed together with something, that's going to take me out of the experience.
It depends.
You asked me the question last time I was on the show, Julia. And you responded. But what is your favorite all-time just gore fest movie? Not horror, but like which one do you find that makes you kind of queasy when you watch it, but you can't stop watching it, and it's just so disgusting, but you still watch it all the time? Which one is it?
Oh, probably House by the Cemetery. I love all those old Italian gore movies.
So where like Zombie and all those other ones there where the zombie's like fighting a shark. Like for something.
Yes. Oh my God. I love Zombie 2 or whatever they want to call it. I love those ridiculous over the top Italian movies where they're just like chewing each other's faces off. That's fun. That's like a good time. That's Saturday night for me right there.
I'll be sleeping with one eye open tonight. Thanks.
But what I really like are the dark movies, like a Serbian film.
Serbian film was
or great. Martyrs. I like the ones that make me question why I'm watching them.
Well, then you have to think about, okay, these are not horror movies, but there's two movies. One's Italian, one's American. I don't know if you've seen this one. There's one that my sister made me watch when I was 14, and that's probably why I'm so fucked up today. But she made me watch 28 Days of Sodom, which was like...
Salo. That's Salo.
Salo.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That shit fucked me up. And Eraserhead would have to be one of them. But the one that today that still twists me up, I don't know what it is about it, but Hellraiser, the original. That one.
Oh, I love that.
She loves Hellraiser.
That's the perfect blend of everything. It's a great story, a great character, a great killer.
Yeah.
Cool effects. Just Clive Barker's a genius.
Yeah, but the gore in that shit fucks me up every time I watch it.
It's good stuff.
It's so realistic today. And that's what I mean by CGI. CGI doesn't live through the time, but that fucking corn syrup guts shit, that shit is always going to be disgusting when you watch it.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah,
What? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
You ever watch Dawn of the Dead or like Evil Dead? I like those ones a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I
classic
love
horror.
Dawn of the Dead. That's my favorite of all, like the zombie movies. Dawn of the Dead is perfect.
The whole mall thing is great.
The original one you're talking about, or the remake? Because the remake was great too. So it's hard to judge.
The original one, yeah, the remake's good. The original one from the 70s, from George Romero's.
I'm more of the remake, actually. I'm just being honest. I think the remake was perfect. The original was great. And what's his name? Sex Machine from Dusk Till Dawn, who was in it, who did like all the
Tom Savini.
Tom Savini, yeah. He was one of the bikers in the mall there when they came through.
Yep. Well, he did all these special effects for it.
Right.
Steve A says Army of Darkness. Totally. We said that on the last show. Army of Darkness.
Oh, God.
We did.
Love that movie.
Bruce Campbell. Yeah.
It's the best movie to have your friends around so you can laugh at it, though. Like
Exactly. There's 4 different endings, so it's great.
Yeah.
It's how you want it to end.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, though, recent ones that are more campy and introduces a lot of humor into the horror is Cabin in the Woods is spot on.
It's perfect. That's a great movie.
We talked about that last week. Awesome movie.
So we were on for 4 hours last week, and we're not doing that tonight.
No, I was hammered by the end of last week. You can tell because I'm like practically horizontal. It was.
It was a good show. Gino was awesome.
Gino was a blast.
Is Gino not a great guy?
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. I was telling my wife.
I was talking to. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry, your show. I'll shut up.
No, I was just going to say that I was talking to Bob Levy. He was on the Howard Stern show. He was one of the comedians on there like a decade ago or something like that. One of the regulars, and was talking to him earlier. He was going to try to pop up tonight, but he couldn't make it. So that was a bummer.
Yeah, we'll have to get. He was on Bourbon Soak Live a while back, but we had insane technical difficulties.
Tons of technical
made it
difficulties.
like completely
yeah,
but he's a sweetheart. Just
he's a
as
great
far
guy.
as comedians go, he's biting, and as people go, he's the nicest guy on the planet.
But Gino's a freight train. You can't even get a word in edgewise. The guy
he owns whatever room he's in.
It's the first time I ever did a live show where I didn't feel like I was the offensive person in the room, so it was awesome. I was like, yeah, let the other guy do the fucking offensive humor.
I know. Someone else do the damn work.
Yeah.
That's what we know. We're like, oh, Gino's coming on? Good. I could just sit
Good,
back.
we can take a break. Yeah, let him drive.
Cocktail?
Yeah.
No, like we were saying, though, that shit takes so much fucking talent to be able to just, as Juliet and we were talking about, like just the writing skills of these people that do this comedy stuff. It's different being witty comparison to being a professional. So like,
it's so different.
Yeah.
Well, and what I envy so much and admire is just how quick they are. I just don't think that way. Somebody says something and I can come up with a comeback, but it's going to take me 4 hours about, thinking about it. But they're just like, boom, 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 here it is. And I love that. That's why I love stand-up so much.
Yeah.
We're
big fans.
I tried it once when I was 21 and I failed so bad at it that I just never went back and did it again. I just figured I'll just be the asshole in the room that says the wrong thing at the wrong time. And that's it.
I always have thought of myself, through when I was younger, as a witty guy or a guy that can come with a comeback but I can't write jokes. I can't tell a long form story and make it, hysterical. Right. That's not a talent. I mean, it's an incredible talent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could never do that. But God love the guys that are doing it. And I feel, and we're just talking about the service industry. So, the higher end comedians, they're fine. They have enough money. They're doing fine. If they have to take the summer off.
They all have podcasts with advertisers.
Yeah, they have podcasts with advertisers and all this stuff too. Supplemental incomes. And even kind of the middle tier, they're doing, I'm sure, fine. They can withstand a certain amount. It's these open micers and guys that are just getting into the scene or are kind of the like C-level comics. They got to be starving, right now. That's got to be awful.
Where are we at? Well, everybody's getting hit in this shit, So it's the good thing. we'll say this: there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and especially for the service industry people like myself, guys, don't worry too much because once this shit's over, it's going to be gold rush season. Like we're talking.
Oh God, yes, yes.
Oh fuck, these people are clamoring to get out. The second it's going to be like a wave, and
it's going to be Mardi Gras.
Yeah, Mardi Gras in every single block.
We're going to be clearing at least 500 to 600 a night in tips, no problem. So just wait, it's coming. So.
Hey, either of you guys, Matt or Swami, have you heard of the liquor industry just in general, or even the bourbon industry more specifically? Have they taken any hits over this? I'm
hoping they do. Just being honest, and Matt probably agrees with me as a whiskey drinker and as a alcohol. Matt is actually an alcohol connoisseur like myself. He likes rum, he likes tequila, he even likes mixers. This guy, he's a massive collector of like everything. That's one of the reasons me and him, we had a nice conversation about 3 weeks ago because we had differences, but then we found our common ground and we were getting along really nicely. And one of the things I love about Matt is he's a collector of everything. And myself, if you look at my bar, it's very eclectic in my taste profile of what I drink. Mm-hmm. Like you saw tonight, I'm drinking a gin and tonic instead of a whiskey, and you're making fun of it, you bastard.
It was just the color.
Yeah.
It was just the tampon you were stirring it with.
You gotta put grapefruit in a gin and tonic. Trust me, it kicks ass. It brings the gin and tonic to a whole new level. You just put a little grapefruit in there. But anyways, what I was saying is that the whiskey industry, really the bourbon industry, has been totally taking advantage of a growing army of people that are collecting and hoarding and whatever.
Right.
Prices we're talking about, whiskeys a year ago that were $30 that are today $100. Whiskeys that were $100 a year ago are now $300 to $400.
That's stupid.
You look at the wine industry; they did not survive. Now their wines are coming back, but they're still at a nice basic, and they're not raising prices in the wine industry because they knew what happened. They fucked up. They were selling like a regular Merlot for like $50 and table wines for like $30, and it killed them. They still have ramifications from back when that shit happened. And we've been saying, a lot of us in the whiskey industry, when's that shit gonna happen? When's that shit gonna happen? Maybe this is the shit that's gonna happen. Where 12-year-old whiskeys go back to being $50 to $60, where 25-year-old whiskeys are $200, not $500 to $600, which is just ridiculous. And bourbons are
they're crazy. Yeah, I know.
A Buffalo Trace used to cost $20. Now you're looking for a Buffalo Trace bottle. It's at $45. It's Buffalo.
$40 here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what a college student has in his fucking liquor cabinet to get drunk with. It's not supposed to be $45. That's just supposed to be easy off the shelf.
Yeah, it's supposed to be slightly better than benchmark. I mean, it's Buffalo Trace. It's good, but it should be $20.
Yeah.
One of the big differences is maybe the actual whiskeys that suck will fall off because people won't be wasting their money buying them anymore. You'll have, like, every time you go to a liquor store, it's like, oh, there's 20 new freaking whiskeys you never freaking heard of.
It's crazy.
I know.
Shit made by somebody, and they put a slap a different label on it. And it's like they don't even tell you who the hell makes it. It's like okay, great guys, but yeah, hopefully the ones that are good stick around, the craft, and the ones that suck go away. Yeah. And I think people, especially people hurting economically, will vote with their dollar which ones to buy, which ones will stick, or which ones won't. So I think there'll definitely be some consolidation in the industry for sure.
When I see an Eagle Rare for $80, it pisses me off.
No,
I know.
No.
That's wrong.
That's it.
When I see the secondary market on bourbons, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
I know that's the worst. That's like the same people who are selling toilet paper right now for $70.
No doubt. It's the same asshole.
It's the same asshole that was doing selling concert tickets. It's the same asshole that's doing toilet paper. It's always the same.
Yes. Yeah. They're all scalpers.
Like that jackass in Tennessee that went around all the stores and bought like 17,000 things of hand sanitizer. And I guess you can either go to jail or you can donate it. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, you're an asshole.
Hey, whenever you're at a place, that's always the place
That's
to
the
be.
place to be.
It's Scalper. That always reminds me of Fast Times. Every time.
It's a great movie.
Isn't it a great movie? I mean, it's perfect.
Growing up. I love that movie.
What's the name of the actress there? The one that comes out of the pool? Not Jessica. I know Jessica.
Cates.
Phoebe Cates.
Yeah.
What happened to her after Gremlins?
She got out of acting. She did a couple of bit parts in a few movies. She was in a terrible 80s movie called Drop Dead Fred about her imaginary friend.
Love that movie.
And that movie killed her career. After that, I don't think she made another movie.
No, you know what? She actually married Kevin Kline, who's a really good actor.
Yes.
And she bowed down. She just said, I'm done. Let him make all the money.
Kevin Kline ain't doing anything either.
No, not for a long time.
MIA for a while too.
But I know we kind of digressed there from some of the stuff we were talking about with bourbon. But one thing I did notice, and we live literally 1 block from a liquor superstore, so we can walk over there and
very easy access.
Stumble over there in some cases. But they used to have a bourbon case that was everything was behind locking, glass that was locked, and you'd have to get somebody to get it out for you. Now they put it out just the regular shelves. We saw prices start to drop, and we're like,
they are dropping. They are.
I like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy that so far the grocery stores have not been price gouging, and liquor prices are. I'm seeing. I guess the premier of Quebec actually came on and said the SAC is an essential, and people were saying, "How is the SAC an essential?" The SAC is the SAQ, which is the liquor board of Quebec. All right. And he said, we don't need people going crazy during this time period.
Yes.
Exactly. Because they will. Without alcohol, they'll go crazy.
Yeah, without alcohol, they're like, like Johnny from The Shining,
real.
No beer,
Well, people would be yelling off of the rooftops. So like, okay, they closed the bars and they closed the liquor stores. This is prohibition. Yeah. And people would not go for that.
Go crazy.
They go crazy.
Yeah, they just loot them then.
Exactly.
They're not going to stop, and you can't drink enough wine or beer to get the same effect from liquor. So I mean, when you drink a 30-pack every day, that's going to work out well.
Right. I need that extra 40 pounds by summer.
No, thank you.
Put on that nice swimsuit wear.
Ew.
Ew.
Let's not.
Ew.
We'll call it the quarantine keg.
Yeah, I hate beer. I can't stand it. I never did like it. I never will like it. And that's why I've always kind of, gravitated towards this.
I'm not a huge beer drinker. I appreciate it more when it's paired with a meal. So if I'm having
You'll drink it every so
tacos
often.
or whatever, I'll drink like Modelo or something like that. And if we're at a place that does craft beers and they have an extensive menu, sometimes I'll dig through it a little bit to find something just to taste. But it's really not my flavor. It just isn't.
No.
I love beer, but I agree with you, Juliet, on the wine and beer meals. I'm one of the few people. I know people do food pairings. When I think food pairings with bourbon, I'm thinking nuts or chocolate or maybe some cheese or
cheese and cheese and bourbon is.
Or some pate, or some sort of liverwurst, something. I'm not gonna eat a steak with a glass of bourbon. I don't wash down my meat with bourbon.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever done that.
I have.
Yeah.
I have. Because I appreciate the entire experience. I like that kind of experience where you sit down and you have, 7 courses and you pair them up with different drinks and different flavors. Right. I love doing that. I just like seeing how different whiskey brings out flavors of meat or, whatever it is.
Yeah, because we barbecue.
I gotta have beer or wine when I'm eating. It's not gonna I need something that washes it down, and I don't find bourbon washes food down well. That's just my opinion.
Right.
But it brings out other flavors in food.
Just like anything else you have. Sure, I could totally understand that. But, I am more like Swami where I'll do a nice wine pairing because I find with food or a main course that works really well. Where I like to take it up a notch is like right after the aperitif, right? You go after.
Sure.
That's what I dig.
So yeah, we do like barbecue and whiskey pairings here with our buddies that own a barbecue company down the street from me. We were supposed to Will works for a really nice restaurant, and that was supposed to be our guest next week, was a food and whiskey pairing, but he had to cancel with all this shit going on, unfortunately, because the restaurant is kind of hard to make us food. So
yeah,
it makes it difficult. I was like, well,
I'll be right back.
When all this shit ends, we'll get back to the whiskey and food pairings, but.
Matt,
Yeah.
you should remind him that you have a show to do and that he should really get on it, like a chop kind of thing.
Right?
I'm sure they'll go for it great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know what
just
though,
get a-
and I didn't even think about that about barbecue, because barbecue and bourbon go. I mean, that's like hand in hand.
Isn't that? I mean, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is a great pairing.
Yeah, we did
That
like
is awesome.
30 or 40 different whiskeys with 3 different types of meat. It was awesome. So we did another night with just Bookers and different types of meat, and that was great too. So yeah, barbecue and bourbon go really well together.
Yes. Oh, that's heavenly right there.
Speaking of Bookers, have you had the new one yet?
Not yet.
Either of we.
No.
Have you,
I
Swami?
haven't seen it anywhere. And my buddy that he collects them, and so if he doesn't have it, it doesn't exist yet in this area.
The last bottle of Booker's I bought was 2017, and I bought a bottle of the Little Book Rye, and I didn't like it, and I gave it to a friend, and I just
I never tried the Little Book Rye.
Everyone was falling in love with it. I was just not.
He's on like a little
Your
bit.
taste profile.
I don't like rye. I've already said I like certain rye. I like what the ryes I like. A lot of the bourbon fans, like Matt will tell you, is like a more of a spicy bourbon than a rye.
Yeah.
I like Pikesville. I like Pew Rye.
I'm with them.
I like sweeter ryes. I'm not a fan.
That's you.
You're just like me. I like the more because I like wheated. I like high corn. You know, I like a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
So the ryes, the more spicy it is.
Yeah, that's just not your flavor.
No, but there's a couple of ryes out there I really love, but it's few and far between. She loves the ryes.
I love good dark rye.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate Boss Hog, and everyone.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love Whistle Pig. It's not good spicy ryes.
You know what's funny? Because everyone that I talk to with Whistle Pig, it's either I love it or I hate it. There's no middle ground.
It's just a little overrated to my profile. I feel like there are better ryes.
And you mean overpriced or overrated?
It's both.
Both.
It's way overpriced.
Yeah.
Way overpriced. But that could also just be where we are. I mean, I'm.
It's true.
You know.
It is expensive, but it is really, really good.
To me,
I like spicy rye.
If you have one that you could recommend that we try, we'll go out and buy that because you know it's so expensive. I go, it's not even worth getting. You know, we've tried a couple just at a couple bars, and we're like,
Yeah.
To me, if you got my taste profile, I really like it. It's not expensive, and I'm not talking about the cast strength versions. Just the regular run-of-the-mill Lot 40. The regular Lot 40 is beautifully done. It's $30. It's perfect. Yeah, if you can get your hands on the 12-year-old cast strength version, do it. The 11-year-old so-so. The brand new one, I'm not even going to review it on my channel because I don't want to piss off too many people.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot that new one's not very good.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with it. So.
Now, have you guys had Sagamore at all?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, we know them really well. They do really good work.
Hey, we based on your channel, we bought that one bourbon, had it shipped from Michigan for that Michigan bourbon company.
Oh,
that
the
came.
Traverse City?
Yeah.
Good.
That was pretty damn good, man. I was shocked. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm shocked because anytime you try a craft distillery,
you liked it more than I did.
It's a crapshoot, you know.
Oh, it is completely. And like we went there and visited, and it was good. Yeah, we got really lucky, and we went to visit that. It happened to be really good because I never had it prior to going up there. I'm like, I really hope this is good because they set up a tour and everything with them, and it worked out good. And then their distiller came on, so it was great.
Yeah, really good, and I love their backstory too.
Yeah, it's a cool backstory. I don't know,
isn't it?
Still during Prohibition. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope to have another one on Grand Traverse, which is another one up there. So to have them on sometime soon too. So totally different profile than the Traverse City, but good stuff. Yeah, they make an Isla rye, which they bring in. They peat their barley and then bring that in to put with the rye, and it's really tasty.
Interesting.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I've never had anything else like it. It's really good though. They make all sorts, but they make all sorts of other stuff, all different flavor vodkas and gins and rums, and it's cool. It's all really clean, which I thought was really nice. And They've been around, I think, like 15 years. So one of the first ones up in Michigan. They do a really good job too. But hell, you couldn't beat it. Go for tasting. Tasting's like $5, and you get a free glass. So I'm like, how the hell do you make any money?
Wow. Have you ever had Journeyman?
Yes, I love Journeyman. I've got one actually in the bar over there. The whips, corsets, and whiskey. I love that one.
That's fantastic.
Cast thing is awesome.
What I love is their Black Hearts gin. I feel like their gin
is incredible. The gin is the best part of that distillery.
I like that, and I like their Featherbone Rye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yes. I like that one.
They're real close to our house. They're only like about a 2-hour drive, so we've been there to the distillery like a ton of times.
And it's not bourbon, but they have a small menu that they do. And they do the most amazing cracklings ever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, their pork cracklings are outstanding.
It's pork rinds,
Oh, okay.
But they make them.
So is their gin highly juniper?
What was that?
London dry? Is it a London dry or an American gin they're making?
They're making an American with high juniper.
Okay, just the London style though.
Yes.
Yes. Is that considered London style? I don't even know. Is that London?
I don't know.
Yeah, when you have that high juniper, that's more of a London dry version, whereas American gin doesn't have the juniper in it.
Then they're doing very.
Then they're doing London for sure.
It's super low otherwise. But yeah, like Blue Coat out of Philadelphia does some American style stuff that doesn't have the juniper in it. But
it's good stuff.
It's good, and they also have an aged version that's really nice. I really like.
Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever had aged gin.
Yeah, I grab it.
Have you ever done aged gin?
Nope.
Yeah.
My favorite gin that I get is Cadenhead's. Cadenhead does a gin. They're a distillery in Scotland, and they do a 50% gin that I fucking love. So that's the one I get.
Cool.
I'm doing
Steve
a pipe
agrees with me
right
at the end.
We're talking rye, so I'm gonna do pipe as well.
But yeah,
and Steve A has been to Journeyman's, and he says, and the food at Journeyman's is amazing. Yes, it is.
And they do excellent pickles. They do excellent pickles. Just saying.
You gotta come down to Montreal if you like pickles and if you like Jewish delis, Juliet.
I love it.
What do you mean come down? We don't live in Newfoundland.
Pastrami.
We beat New York and they copied us is what New York did.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I feel like that might be argued.
There's a competition in New York and Montreal for who are the kings of pastrami and smoked meat, but Montreal, if you look it up, Montreal is the king of smoked meat.
And Poos is taking off, so we'll say cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Later, Puss. He's a Montrealer, so have a good one, brother.
Yes.
Mon cher, prends soin de toi, reste dans la maison, sors pas, bois comme tu peux et fourre ta femme comme tu peux. Bonne soirée.
Ménage à toi.
I am French, and I don't know how to speak French. Isn't that awful?
You do not.
It's awful. Yeah.
I told him to stay inside, drink, and fuck your wife as much as possible.
Beautiful.
I think coming out of this. That's going to have to be this huge baby boom around Christmas time.
Oh my God!
I was talking about the same thing, and I'm like, either that or the domestic violence is going to go through the roof.
Unfortunately, that's also happening here. We found that's been the case. My wife was saying they've had a lot of that and child abuse, unfortunately.
Oh, is that right?
It's unfortunate.
They're not used to it. Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, you're in such tight quarters. It's just it's a hotbed for that kind of aggression.
I think that's what everyone's saying. It's going to be babies and divorce come July.
Babies and divorce. A bunch of single parents.
It's good thing I already beat you. I was beating you for
I know. You were beating me way before Corona.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Me and my wife have not fought at all. It's been 2 weeks that we've been home together and no fights yet. I'm proud.
Good for you.
Yeah, we haven't fought at all.
We don't really.
No, well, we typically don't fight because we're usually passed out.
Yeah,
so that's a good thing.
You need 2 things: 2 separate televisions and a dishwasher, and you're good. That's it. So no one.
And a cabana boy.
Pardon?
Cabana girl.
And a cabana boy.
girl.
Oh, you want a cabana girl?
Cabana girl.
Okay, I'll take care of you.
We're not at the libertine stage of our marriage yet. It'll be probably in the next 5 years.
No, you know what? I feel like the quarantine's going to speed that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Honey, I want a 3-way and I want it now.
Oh, I've been working that in for the last 12 years. You must be new. How long have you been married now, Swami?
15 years.
15 years.
Wow, well done.
See? We've been together 12, but married 10.
11.
No, we've been
11.
We've been together
11.
15. We've been together 15, but I count the together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Well,
And you, Matt?
I've been married for 16. We've been together for 17.
There you go.
Nice. Gosh, that's
Yeah.
excellent.
See, we're all over the 10-year hump, and I
Yes.
think that's kind of what it takes.
yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, I don't know about the 70-year itch that people talk about. That's fine, whatever. But, you know, I think 10 years is that real thing. Like, if I don't hate her and she's not going to kill me in my sleep, I think we got this after 10 years.
Not only that, the good thing about the over 10 years is no one's jealous anymore. No one
No.
no one cares about stupid shit anymore. You actually we'll walk down the street and she'll point out cute girls and I'll point out like, you know, that guy look like it's like the weird shit that's gone past that stupid shit. You're allowed to have female friends again. She's allowed to have male friends.
Yes. Yes.
Chill. You know, it's no longer like you're mine. Don't go out. You know, it's none of that bullshit anymore. Fuck. And,
Well, yeah, because you understand each other. You know, you kind of understand how your mind works.
Right.
You know, and you have that appreciation.
Well,
and
you know what you
understand.
can and can't get away with, too.
Well, you know that too. But
Yeah. Plus, my wife
You know.
can't tell me I'm at the fucking liquor store. I'm not out with some other woman. So,
Right.
right, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like, you know,
my
we're not
wife
going to the same places.
instead of my wife picking out my clothes, now she picks out my porn list for the week. It's great.
If I was picking out your clothing, I might put buttons on your shirts.
Well, the next shirt I get, you know, this one I broke all the buttons off. So, you know, I'll work on that.
If you would hand wash your shirts.
What am I, Amish? Hand wash your shirts.
All right.
There's people for that.
yeah. No.
So Dave,
What am
you're the princess from what I'm hearing in this relationship. You got people to wash your clothes.
Well, they're not me. I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's definitely not this one.
So,
This
So-
one, she
No,
couldn't
no.
even find a rag if I, you know, put it out. to her.
Only thing domestic that I do and do well is cook.
Oh, she's an awesome cook. Yes.
But the rest of the house can fall apart around me.
Oh my God! Thank God for people that come in and help us.
my wife can burn Jello, so I'm the cook.
That's impressive.
I do the cooking. My wife can't cook either, so I get it.
I'm a great cook.
Oh, you.
The only thing my mom taught me between beatings is how to cook. So
My mother told me that the only way I was going to be able to snag a man was to learn how to cook. And I'm dead serious.
No, you
That
know,
was-
I think it's the sex, really.
Well, my mother did not tell me about that part of it. She just said, you need to learn how to cook.
No, and thank God. And actually, the first time that we
That was
were
how
together
I
at your place,
landed you.
that's how you landed me.
I made a
Actually, through
barbecue
your food.
brisket.
Yeah, through your food.
I landed him with my brisket.
mine was my wife. She fell in love with my risotto, and I made gumbo one time for her, and she was like,
Oh, gumbo will do it. Okay, so tell me about your gumbo. If you tell me you put tomatoes in it, I'm
Yes, I
disconnecting
do.
this call right now.
I put slimy, disgusting okra in it. I put
Okay.
shrimp and I put chicken. I put both shrimp and
Nice.
All right, I'm okay with
You're
you
doing it
then.
right then.
And instead of andouille sausage, I use chorizo because it's spicier.
Love
I get
chorizo.
it.
Yeah, we've done the chicken chorizo in that before, haven't we?
Well, yeah. You know, right now I couldn't find regular chorizo, so I had to get.
We can barely find toilet paper right now. I know.
I'll say turkey gumbo. Turkey
My-
gumbo.
The good thing, my mother-in-law is Portuguese, like from the Azores, so she makes the chorizo at her house, and it's the
Ooh.
best fucking chorizo.
She makes her own chorizo.
Ooh.
I go
Oh.
over, help. We have the sausage spinner. We're all sitting in the basement looking like, you know, minimum wage workers making the chorizo, blowing up the machine.
Baby,
Oh.
That's
Oh,
our
fuck
next
yeah.
threesome is me, you,
And chorizo?
and his mother-in-law. I will totally.
I'm 5 years away from a key party. It's not happening yet.
Wow, homemade chicken chorizo. Just, I'm actually I got a little stiff.
That sounds badass.
That sounds badass, man. You're a very lucky man. So I'm guessing that you married a Portuguese woman.
Yes, and I'm Italian Jewish, so it's a really fucking weird mix-up. If we had a kid, it'd be fucked up as hell. But it's great because we live in a French neighborhood with a lot of French people, but we're the loudest. Normally, it's the French people that are the loudest, but we fight everyone.
You need to come to New Orleans.
Yeah, you gotta.
When we are living there,
we'll be there in the middle of May.
It's all the cultural impact that you're talking about.
Right.
It's a total melting pot. You'll love it.
It's French. It's dirty. It's fun. It's also just unhinged in the best of ways.
I feel like that Creole influence is really going to catch you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife loves traveling. She likes going to the most dangerous parts of the world. That's like my wife's thing. I'm like David. I need to stay in a 5-star hotel. I'm very princessy. She's like, oh, let's stay in a youth hostel in New York. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. I am not going to go.
I see Charles Ashworth is saying that he prefers the what is it, linguine? Is that lamb sausage? Am I out of my mind? I feel like that's lamb
linguiça,
sausage.
Isn't it an S? Am I crazy, or is that just written on my bracelet?
No, the Spanish sausage is merguez. No, that's Moroccan. Yeah, so linguiça probably is. Yeah,
linguiça. Yeah. I never heard of linguiça.
I've heard of it, but we've never cooked with it.
No. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Well, guys, we didn't want to make this another 4-hour stream like we did last
now
week.
I'm fucking hungry.
And she's hungry. I'm ready for another cocktail, and I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out here tonight, and everybody in the chat that's been here the whole time. Mike from Lottery of Life, Lala Lydia's Life, Gana, Pusha, J Reels, Mad Kiwi, Wes, everybody. So you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we may or may not do this next Saturday, depending on how upright we are.
Hey, it's your channel, so we'll do whatever you want.
Exactly. And there's Gana. Oh, she says it's been fun. All right. Gana, you're a liar, but I love you anyway.
Thanks again for having me on, David and Juliet, and it's been a pleasure.
Hey, tell us about your channels before you guys take off too, please.
Oh, God damn it.
Yes.
Oh.
Do it again. You suck at promotion. You are the worst promoter.
Hey.
You're like
There's a reason why I've been stuck at 1,500 for 6 months. I don't really care. Honestly, again, all right. If you guys want to subscribe to Malton Montreal, do it. Do it because you want to. Because I don't want people that come on and they get pissed off and don't like my shit. I am an abrasive channel. I am not a channel that tries to bring people in. It's for me. I do my channel for me. It's my entertainment. You're there for my entertainment. I'm not here for yours. So if you want to come in, but that's pretty much it.
He's like the hustler of whiskey.
All right, I'm Matt from Whiskey Crusaders, and then we also got Will and Sarah on our channel. Like I said, we go live every Monday, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. We do 2 reviews a week on Tuesday and Thursdays, and we hang out all the time. We're in Discord and drink a lot of whiskey. Usually we usually do at least 2 hours. Sometimes they're 4-hour streams. Just depends on the week.
And everyone who's left in the chat, please go out and see these guys. Both the reasons why they're up here is because we enjoy their content so much. They're really good people. So go out and check Matt and Swami's channels out. And we'll see you again soon.
Monday night, Bourbon Soak.
Oh, yeah, Monday night, Bourbon Soak Live. Sorry.
Juliet Miranda.
We don't even, promote our own shit. That's how much we suck. Everyone, cheers.
Cheers.